children, welcome back to science class. Today we are going to study a new chapter, chapter 11, transportation, animals and plants. Transportation. Here transport means to carry things from one place to another. The body of an organism requires nutrients and oxygen to carry out various life processes. Waste products produced due to the various functions inside the body also need to be transported and removed. Therefore, the term transport may be defined as a life process in processes in which a material is absorbed in one part or organ of an organism and is carried to other parts in its body. In animal body, these functions are carried out by an internal transport system that is called as circulatory system. Circulatory system or blood circulatory system is the main transport system in human beings and animals. It makes food, water and oxygen available to every parts of the body and helps in removing waste material. The circulatory system consists of blood vessels and heart. First we study about blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue that flows in blood vessels. It is red in color and it flows through a network of tubes in whole body that is called blood vessels. Blood is pumped to every part of the animal by heart. Blood consists of 4 components. They are plasma, red blood cells or RBC, white blood cells or WBC and platelets. So blood consists of 4 components. They are plasma, RBC and WBC and platelets. First one is plasma. It is a sticky liquid part of the blood which is pale yellow in color. It is 90% water and 3.5% common salt. It contains dissolved substances such as digested food and waste products and carry them from one part to another part in the body. Next one is red blood cells, short form RBC. Otherwise we call erythrocytes. Okay, RBC are red in color due to the presence of a pigment called hemoglobin. This pigment carries oxygen by binding with it. Hemoglobin is a red protein that binds with oxygen and transport oxygen to all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. When this hemoglobin binds with oxygen, it forms oxyhemoglobin, which is transported to various body parts. Next is the WBC or white blood cells. These WBCs fight against infection and protect us from diseases. These eats up the germs that cause disease. WBC also makes antibodies that fight against infection. The number of WBC is quite less than RBC. WBC can change their shape and move on their own. They can squeeze out of the blood vessels to reach any part of the body. Next one is platelets. These are small, irregular, tiny fragments of special cells that formed in the bone marrow. These are colorless and help in the clotting of blood in a cut or wound. If a cut or wound is made, the blood starts flowing. Blood starts flowing from it. After some time, the platelets plug the cut and the bleeding stops due to the formation of a dark red clot. If the platelets are not present in the blood flow from the cut or wound will not stop, that causing excess loss of blood, which may be fatal to a person, that leading to death. What are the main functions of blood? It transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to other parts of the body. It carries water to all the parts of the body, and it carries oxygen and carbon dioxide during circulation. It also carries waste products like urea from liver to kidney for excretion in urine. It protects the body from diseases. Next, we are going to study about blood vessels. These are the tubes or pipes that carry blood throughout the body. It runs between the heart and the rest of the body. There are three major types of blood vessels in the body. They are arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries. These carry blood from the heart to all the parts of the body. These lie quite deep under our skin and cannot be seen easily. Arteries have thick elastic walls as the blood flows at high pressure due to pumping action from the heart through arteries. No valves are present in the arteries. The main artery, that is aorta, that is connected to the left ventricle of the heart. It carries oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to all parts of the body except the lungs. Another artery called pulmonary artery, that is connected to the right ventricle of the heart and carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. The arteries normally carry oxygenated blood from the heart, but one artery called pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from the heart to lungs. Next, we are going to study about veins. These are also blood vessels that carry blood from all the parts of the body back to the heart. These tube-like blood vessels are situated just under the skin and can easily be seen as greenish blue tubes or lines below the skin. These carry deoxygenated blood from the body parts to the heart. Veins have thin walls, but arteries have thick walls. Veins have thin walls and blood flows at low pressure through the veins. Therefore, veins have valves in them which allow to blood flow in one direction. It prevents the backflow of blood in veins. Usually, veins carry deoxygenated blood, but pulmonary vein that is connected to the left atrium of the heart that carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. What are the main differences between arteries and veins? In the case of artery, it is a thick wall tube that present deep under the skin. It cannot be seen easily. It does not possess valves. It carries oxygenated blood. Here blood flow at high pressure. Next we are going to study about heart. The heart is a muscular organ found in the chest cavity towards the left lungs. It pumps blood to all parts of the body. It beats 60 to 80 times a minute throughout our life. The heart is made up of 4 chambers. The upper 2 chambers are called right atrium and left atrium. The 2 lower chambers are called right ventricle and left ventricle. a muscular wall called septum that separates the right and left side of the heart, that preventing the mixing of oxygenated blood with the deoxygenated blood. And how valves? Valves allow the blood to flow in only one direction. So, heart is a muscular pumping organ that functions to circulate blood in the body. The human heart is a four-chambered heart. There are two upper chambers are called auricles and two lower chambers are called ventricles. Deoxygenated bluish red blood from different parts of the body is brought to the right auricle and carried to the lungs from the right ventricle for purification. After oxygenation in the lungs, pure blood is carried to the left auricle and to the left ventricle. The ventricle supplies pure blood to different parts of the body. Working of heart. The right side of your heart receives oxygen pure blood from your veins and pumps it to your lungs, where it picks up oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide. The left side of your heart receives oxygen rich blood from your lungs and pumps it through your arteries to the rest of your body. So, heart function as a double pump. Impure blood that is carried by the veins that flows into the right atrium of the heart. From here, the blood enters the right ventricle through an opening. The impure blood is transported from the right ventricle to the lungs by the pulmonary artery. Here, this is the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Gaseous exchange takes place in the lungs. The blood gives off carbon dioxide and takes in oxygen. Oxygen-rich blood is carried to the left atrium by the pulmonary vein. This is the only vein that carries oxygenated blood. From here, the blood flows through an opening into the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps oxygen-rich blood to every part of the body through the aorta. The oxygen is then used by the cells and the cell produces carbon dioxide. The blood takes in carbon dioxide and returns to the right ventricle of the heart. Next is about heartbeat. The walls of the chambers of the heart are made up of muscles. These muscles contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic contraction followed by its relaxation constitute a heartbeat. The heart works by contracting and relaxing its muscles. The contraction and relaxation follows a rhythm called heartbeat. Remember that heartbeats continue every moment of our life. If you place your hand on the left side of your chest, you can feel your heartbeat. The doctor feels your heartbeats with the help of an instrument called a stethoscope. A doctor uses the stethoscope as a device to amplify the sound of the heart. It consists of a chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm, two earpieces and a tube joining the parts. Doctors can get clues about the condition of your heart by listening through a stethoscope. Have you heard the term pulse? Pulse is the throbbing sensation of an artery at each beat of the heart. A doctor uses an instrument called the stethoscope to listen to your heartbeat. The number of beats per minute is called the pulse rate. Let us recall. In most animals, the blood that circulates in the body distributes food and oxygen to different cells of the body. It also carries waste products from different parts of the body for excretion. Circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. In humans, blood flows through arteries and veins and the heart acts as a pumping organ. Blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Blood is red due to the presence of a red pigment called hemoglobin. The human heart beats about 70 to 80 times per minute in an adult person. This is called the heart rate. Arteries carry oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. Children, I hope you understood this part. Thank you.